Hello, brothers and sisters, and welcome back to another episode of Point Rock Review. This is not just another episode of Point Rock Review, but it's December 24th, Christmas Eve, which means this is going to be the last video for my Advent calendar. You're going to see this video is going to be a little bit on the longer side, sorry, but the review is not going to be on the longer side. I'm actually going to jump right to the review, get it out of the way, and then afterwards, I kind of want to say something about this whole Advent calendar process, actually having done it. So let's get into this one. Today, we are going to be doing Brewdog. Sorry, I'm Latte. I saw the title of this and said, that's good. That's good. It's a vanilla espresso stout. Look at that. Anyway, sorry I'm not. United we stand for better beer, fiercely defiant and independent. Pressed for time. But stout with natural flavors. This is 7.0% alcohol by volume. Vanilla espresso stout. And it doesn't really say anything else, just that they're from Winchester, Ohio. So let's crack this open and see what Sorry I'm Latte has to offer our thirsty tongues. Oh, it's dark. It's definitely a stout. It smells like vanilla coffee. That's all I'm getting is vanilla coffee. Oh, this one's gonna be yum yums, I think. Let's find out. Mm. Okay, the vanilla. Ooh, it's got like a vanilla bean thing going in there. Mm. Yeah, that's not working. Vanilla espresso stout. That one's not really working that well. Yeah, something's ooh. That one isn't mixing together well. It sounds good written on the can, but when you taste what's inside, it's like something's just not gelling. Uh, ooh. I'd say if you were drinking this as a mix pack, definitely try one, and then give the other two away because you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna want another one of these. Maybe you're one of those. Maybe I'm just one of the weird ones for not liking it, but this one's not really my cup of tea. Ooh, something about that just doesn't work. Doesn't work. Uh, that one's gonna get a 2.3 or 2.5, 2.5 for that one. Something just isn't quite right with that. So that's it for Brother Brian's Advent calendar. Uh, this is the part where I'm going to go on a little bit and talk about this whole thing. After actually having done this, I do think it was a really good experience. In the beginning, with I gotta be honest, I did something stupid with the 12 beers of Christmas. I kind of figured I could batch record the episodes and put them up, and I figured let's get this done inside of a weekend. 12 days inside of a weekend. I tried, and it wasn't a good turnout. Just the videos weren't good. I didn't think the videos were good. And then, for some reason, three of them somehow magically disappeared off of YouTube. And I don't know what happened. I know I didn't delete them, and I know Quassi, who's also on this channel, wouldn't have deleted them. So did somehow they just fall off? And of course, after they went up, I deleted all the files because I figured I didn't need them. They're on YouTube. So those videos are gone. So my whole advent calendar isn't up as of you are watching this right now. But I have learned that don't do 6 videos at a time, and definitely don't do 12 inside of a weekend. That was horrific. That was just horrific. Um, Now, the other thing I'm going to say about doing the advent calendar is it isn't 100% cheap. And that's something I found out. It's if you noticed with all of these videos, I saw it after mix packs. And that was because that was all I could allow in my budget. I actually kind of went over budget. I had to cut things back just to finish these videos. Because at first when I did it, I didn't even know if I was going to go past day 12. And then I said, you know what? If I really work on this and think about what I'm going to buy and plan it within my budget, maybe I can get the other 12 out there. And it was tough because I was seeing a lot of stuff that was like, oh, I would love to try those. I would love to do those, but I couldn't afford them. You got mix packs that are like $30, and then you only get 8 cans. There was one I really liked, and if they have it next year, I'm going to try to pop on that because I might try doing this advent calendar again next year, but I want a bigger budget for it so I can actually do different types of beers rather than just these. Because the thing I didn't like about this one, I'm going to be honest. No offense to any of the beer companies I did. Some of these did not have any kind of Christmas thing to them. And the thing is, there are so many beers out there that have a whole Christmas thing going on. Klostaller has one called Santa Klostaller. And it's an NA beer. There's no alcohol in it. But it's got Santa on it, and it's called Santa Klostaller. So Klostaller, damn it, I want to try that. It's like I'm hoping some of the beer that I saw this year is going to be available next year. I guess if it gets positive feedback and if it sells really well, I bet you it'll be back next year. But the only time I really, really splurged, well, basically the clown shoes, which it was one different beer every day, which is kind of what kicked off this whole thing because I had an idea and then I saw that and it was like one thing kind of made love to the other in my head and produced this brainchild of mine. But yeah, there was that one. This was the Brewdog's Winter Pack I just did for the last 4 days. I had also done, what was it, the 12 Beers of Christmas from Saranac. And also I did Trogue's mix pack. I think it was the most wonderful beers of the year or something like that. Uh, and the thing is, it was I mean, it was fun. I mean, the beers I had, some of them were good, some of them were, but next year I want a bigger budget because we had some that came out in 6 packs, and it was like I couldn't spend like 17, 18, $20 on a mix pack just for one video. I just can't afford that. I can't afford that right now. Next year, I should be able to afford it if I do things in the correct way. But then, of course, I can't foresee what's going to happen. So who knows? Maybe I'll have to cut corners a little bit. Maybe do a mix pack for like a few of those days. But I really want to do some, um, not really more expensive beers technically, but some of the holiday, more of the holiday themed things, without having to have some of these that are obviously mix pack fillers, if you know what I mean. Some of them, it's like, why is this? This has nothing to do with Christmas, and this is in like a holiday mix pack. Doesn't make sense. But it's in the mix pack, so I'm going to do a video on it. But it was like, I'm thinking if I do something like that, maybe just take the beer out and then do like a second video that day of this extra one that came from it. Something like that. Like I said, have a little bit of a bigger, maybe I'll have little bit of a bigger budget next year and try to actually do better with the advent calendar. And I'm thinking about, like I said, I'm thinking about, I'm thinking about trying to do like different edits to it. So it's not, I'm just not a talking head because, that's what this kind of recording I'm doing right now. That's kind of what it's called, like a talking head. Like if you've ever seen The Office, and they actually have the interviews where someone's just talking to the camera, they call that a talking head. So this is like a talking head video, and it's like maybe I want to do something different next year. I've got a whole year to plan what I want to do and how I want to do it, and if you have any ideas of your own, feedback on any of the videos, definitely let me know any of your ideas. How you think I could spice this up? Because this was just let me try this. It's like next year I can try to get creative with it. But yeah, I can't really think of anything more to say than that. Other than this has been fun. This is definitely a venture I would want to pursue again. Maybe next December, and maybe next December there will be new Christmas themed beer out there that I can add to my advent calendar, because this was fun. I loved the idea of every day I had a new video. It's a little bit of work. It's a little bit of, making sure that everything is on track, because I got to do thumbnails and schedule, upload and schedule, and then record. I think recording is my favorite part of this. I think you know why. But yeah, making thumbnails. It's like the thumbnails. I just did very generic thumbnails. Next year, I kind of want to do beer specific thumbnails, or maybe day specific thumbnails. I don't know. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do that. But like I said, if you have any ideas on how you think I can spice this up, uh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. From now until December 1st, 2024, I'm going to be thinking about a lot of ways to spice it up. If I decide to do it next year, I don't see anything that would prevent me from doing it. But I've had a lot of fun, and if you've come along with me for this journey, then I really appreciate every single one of you that has. And I mean that, because it's Christmas Eve, and I gotta be honest. Uh, I enjoy getting to do this channel. I do. This is actually quite fun for me. I get to step back away from whatever the hell that's going on in my life, drink a beer, and just talk about it. And that's all I really have to do. And sometimes I like to be silly, and hopefully nobody minds that. But yeah, I don't get paid for this. We have no ad revenue on our channel. I don't know if we ever will, and it doesn't matter because it's not about that. But anyway, I just wanted to give a little extra thing out there, and Merry Christmas. And in case I don't see you, have a Happy New Year too. Goodbye.